Da, 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 da. Mm. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. I want to welcome all of my friends that are watching this on Facebook, as well as my friends that are watching this on LinkedIn, and of course, not to forget the people that are watching this on my YouTube channel. If you are lucky enough to get the link to participate in the Zoom session, then you're in a position where you can ask me questions. All right. So please, if you have any questions at all, you need any help with anything, type it in the chat. Now, today, we're going to talk about how to enroll the best prospects for your business faster on LinkedIn and Facebook. Let me just take a quick peek and see who's actually here. Perfect. Now, at the end of the day, it's all going to be about conversation. All right. Talking to people. I want to remind all of you that tonight at 9 o'clock, we're going to do an advanced training. So you go to maxneigart.com/free training. We're going to take the information that I'm sharing with you here. We're going to put it on steroids. We're going to make it's like we're going to pour gasoline on your prospecting and enrolling efforts. Easy to identify perfect prospects from the information listed on their profile. And there are new features and changes that are going to make it easier. So what I'm going to do, I was working with one of my students earlier today, and we have a couple of prospects in play. And so I wanted to demonstrate okay, so let's pop over here to LinkedIn and let me unmute I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to unmute. So I unmuted the first one.
Hey, yeah, I didn't know if it kept kicking me out of my computer.
Okay. Well, you can hear me. I can hear you. And we don't have an echo.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, we do. But here, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute out the other one. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute out the other one. Well, actually, I'm
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
I'll
leave.
lose that other one because it just came back on.
yeah, you need to unmute it.
Okay.
Okay, now just to give you a little idea of where we are, Tiffany's been away. And so she popped back in and we did a couple of things that will trigger immediate responses from people that you're already connected to. For example, Jenna over here, we made a change. So the last time you were talking to her was in July. Right? And so the thing to remember here is that once you're connected, you're connected. You could step away from this for 3 months, 4 months, pick it right up again. So all we did with Tiffany's profile was we made a change and it pushed out a notice to all of her connections that she'd started something new. And so she never answered that question. And so here's another one here. And you see, folks, this is what you all need to be aware of. So here is Susan Harris. So I want to read out to you. I love what I do. Have you heard of network marketing company? That blah, 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 low prices. Would you like to know more about it? Okay, I mean, when you stop and consider that tens of thousands of these are going out every day, it's turning off a lot of people. Now, if we looked at her profile, see, you never want to find yourself in a position where you're talking to people, you don't waste your time. So here, okay, so we know that she's in Live Good. We also know that this whole thing doesn't work. So she's a writer, an artist. All right, so here's the deal. You are trying to build a business. You want to build the business with people, like-minded people that have great ambition, people that want the same things that you do. So here she's an artist. And if you were gonna have a conversation with her, it would really come down to one thing. Okay? It comes down to one thing. How long have you been doing it? What other network marketing companies are you in? And while you're trying to build this Live Good business, what do you do? What's your full-time job? Now, we could have some fun with this. We could write back and say, Susan, is this really working for you? I mean, I am a social media expert. My friends call me the queen of LinkedIn. I help people like you all the time become successful in network marketing. So the first question, obviously, is how long have you been with LinkedIn? If you indeed even wanted to go there.
So how would you decide whether you wanted to go there with her or not?
Well, between you and me, we don't. Okay,
Okay.
we don't. But to show everybody that's watching this,
You're typing in caps.
oh, I'm yelling. Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, just to demonstrate the speed. Okay, but we're not really interested in talking to her. So let's come back and look at the ones we were talking to before. Now, did any of the ones that we were talking to come back and answer you?
No.
Our little buddy.
Oh, wait. Was it Christine that you, because I know it was Dominic. Yeah, so you messaged her back today.
What about the one where we wanted to know about her salary? Did she ever answer?
No, she hasn't answered. Dominica
Okay.
Kutent.
Well, remember, she's managing a store.
Right.
So one of the things that we could do is let's pull up. Move this over here so it's out of everybody's view. And we'll just pop that in there. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. We'll wait for her to come back and answer that other question. So what we're doing here is we're coming back down. So see, here's another one. Congratulations on the new role. So it's all about conversation. All right, so we reached out to him, he accepted you. He wrote back 3 months. Just to demonstrate how quickly you can get people to respond. So let's look at Eric. He was with Bed Bath and Beyond. Twenty-two years. Now we have special scripts for people like him. So he accepted the connection. Now, we're gonna skip a couple of beats. So we're gonna send him an image. No matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Then it's nice to connect you on LinkedIn. Really amazing, wonderful and animating, amazing new friends on here. And we're gonna say, many friends.
You typed N's instead of B's.
Ew. What are his plans? Maybe he's gonna retire. It's all about conversation. It's all about talking to people. And in the process, the most important part of this entire process is this: identifying who do we want to talk to? Who do you want to talk to? Keeping in mind that anybody at Bed Bath & Beyond is getting at least a dozen messages from people like just reached out to you. Whoops. So what we're going to do, this one here. So let's see what Jenna does. Looking for new remote music opportunities. I'm a musician. Okay, so again, musicians could certainly use a side income. Some extra
And she said she wanted to leave that position because there's not room for growth in the office that she's working in.
Mhm. So she's done a multitude of things. So you see what happened? We changed the role. She didn't answer you
Mm-hmm.
just by changing that little change. Now she's coming back to you. Okay. So she's been doing this since January. But she never answered you here. So it was about 25 minutes ago. So we're going to go. Thanks. Looking for growth and learning opportunity. let's get that out of the way. Let's find out how much money she'd like to make. Because if
Okay.
we could show her, again, all we want to do is, remember, we want to move to where we're having 3 project launch scripts. We're using the project launch script 3 times a day. I'm not sure she would be one of those people based on what she does. Okay, because we're looking for people that like to sell. We're looking for people that have a circle of influence.
Mm-hmm.
So if we come back over here to the messages. So these are all relatively new ones. Let's come down to the ones that have just been percolating. So you can pick up on these anytime. Okay. So Stacy here says she's hiring. So here, it would appear that she's looking for prospects. So she's really not a,
Yeah, she doesn't like the role that she's in. She's looking to get back in. She said she had to take a demotion or a step back because of COVID, and she's looking to get back into the position that she was
or let's see.
really wanting to do.
Probably looking for a position. All right, well, she really wants to use her skills to help people. And here would be, hey, no wonder Lincoln suggested that we connect, because that's what I like to do. So,
Mhm.
okay, so the strategy here is going to be, what did she like doing the most? In her previous jobs? Executive leadership. Now, she told us a little bit up here. Use her skills to help others. So we want to have a strategy. The strategy is basically this. we find out the things that they like to do that she would be doing if she was doing that. But how many of those things that she likes to do are synergistic with being successful in network marketing? When she tells you what she likes to do, we come back, you know, no wonder LinkedIn put us together. Okay,
Okay.
and then I'm considered senior leadership, but I can't seem to get back into executive. This was on August the 17th. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because it's been now almost a month. Pose another image. All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So now we're gonna say, in a while since we talked. Hope that you've been well. And just to catch up, then the question we're gonna ask when she tells her it's still tough is why? Why do you think you're having that problem? And then what did you like doing the most? And if those things are synergistic with network marketing, then the flow is going to be straightforward. You're going to be doing these all the time. All right. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to get a whole bunch more of these. Today's Monday. Let's see, maybe Wednesday. You come back on here and we'll, take a shot, because some of these you're one message away from using the project launch script. We can find out what.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said alrighty, thank you.
Okie doke. All right, so let me pop out of her account. Okay, so what's going on with LinkedIn? Now, like I said at the beginning, LinkedIn is being overrun by people with bogus profiles. Now, tomorrow, while we're waiting for LinkedIn to come up, tomorrow we have our second session of boot camp on connecting with people. The more selective you are about the people that you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. Okay, so we finally got here. So Debbie,
Hi, Max.
hi, what's this about the searches?
Oh, what was interesting, I typically do some of the same searches now and then.
Mhm.
And so I searched this morning, like looking retail manager training. I did a couple of them. And as I'm looking through, there was only a few that had posted on LinkedIn in the last year. Many of them were long ago, and I did like 10 pages worth. And normally I don't get that. Normally I get a lot more people who are active.
Okay, well, let's take a look. Looking retail management, is that one of them where you got,
That was one of them.
okay, let's see.
Yeah, it's different. So I thought I'd comment on that.
Well, you got 424,000. What would happen if you just got manager?
I think I had done that as well.
Got less.
Mhm. So there's plenty of people. It's been, when I check to see if they're active, a lot of them have not been. And not only not active, it's been years if they posted at all. I mean, I've always gotten some, but it's many, many more today.
Well, something that you could do when that happens, to break it up. Because I mean, let's face it, 332,000 people. It's a lot of people.
Right. Well, I narrow it down as well by connections and locations and
Right.
things like that.
Right. The easiest way is to break it down by location. So, do Florida.
Okay, instead of the United States.
You got 7,000. Now, if again, if they're not active, remember, LinkedIn has a tendency to put the older stuff up front.
Right, and I know that, but it's just, it was substantial this morning.
Well, this one's got to be pretty active because she just started working someplace.
Right,
So. Yeah, these things are going to happen. It's a constantly changing environment. You absolutely want to be more selective. The more selective you are at the beginning,
right.
the more successful that you're going to be. So but what we want to do is we want to get our messages here to where
This is a different Brittany.
gotcha. But you see, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for people that communicate with you. It's this communication. Tiffany, if they put the older stuff up front, every time you do a search, you can go down to the bottom. Remember, you get 10 pages. So skip the first 5 or 6 pages. And you always want to have an idea where you're going. So here, fitness industry professional. So she's been working at this place for 3 years and 7 months. Assistant store manager for Tommy Bahamas. So she's been in fitness for a long time, which should tell you she knows all about network marketing. Retail. The more information people put in their profile, the more open they're going to be to talking to you. Now let me. Debbie, let's do Debbie, Brittany tomorrow.
Okay,
All right. Patrick, you had a question, I thought, about Sales Navigator, something like that. I have got a coaching session that I can't be late for. So join me tonight at 9 o'clock for a very, very special training with advanced information. Catherine will try to get to you next time. You'll have a wonderful rest of your day.